guest star.
Hello, everybody!
Hi, guys.
Kermit says hello, too.
And Foxy and Chicote. And, well, if we're all in the truck, that can only mean one thing.
We're going on an adventure.
Adventures with Nerdy and Flirty.
This is actually going to be a two-part adventure, so you'll see this one today, and then you'll see the second part in March. Because there's a lot of things on this
adventure
that we want you to see. But
and if we span it out between now and March, what a heck of a cliffhanger. Dun, dun, dun!
Dun! So join us on the adventure. Come on!
He said Foxy says so too.
That's a good day. What do you want to go see?
Tatanka!
They don't know what that is. What is it?
Buffalo, bison.
So where are we going?
Yeah, we're gonna go see buffaloes at Antelope Island. It's not like we'd go to Buffalo Island.
Have you ever seen antelope on an antelope island?
No, I was wondering why they call it Antelope Island. But we'll find out.
Let's go look. Alright, so it's about 10 minutes from where we just checked in to the island, and Nerdy's going to tell you a little bit about the water. So tell them about the water on the left-hand side.
Well, on the left-hand side, it's not really a lot of water, but they call it Farmington Bay. It's shallow. The salt content is about the same as the ocean.
Double the ocean.
Oh, double the ocean. And like I said, it's shallow water on that side. Now, on the right side, to the north side, you've got Gilder Bay. Now, this is where, to me, it's kind of weird because the salt content on this side is actually 6 times that of the ocean and a bit deeper.
So I bet you would really float just getting in that water. You want to do it?
Not now, maybe in the summer.
So we're headed into Antelope Island,
where they create human animal hybrids in the secret base.
What does that mean?
It's the island of Dr. Moreau.
I still don't know what that means.
Well, funny story about Antelope Island. When I was a recruiter, a lot of people come up to me and look where they're trying to be smart alecs. Ho, 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 what's the Navy doing in Utah? And I said, well, you know Antelope Island, right? And she says, you know why the west side is off limits? No. I said, because that's where the Navy R&D unit has a base that tests all their saltwater equipment before sending it out. And they look at me and they go, really? And I'd start laughing. I said, yeah, we got submarine races out there every Friday night. You should go out and watch them.
All right, no talking. Let's enjoy the ride.
That's what she said. So as you pull into Antelope Island, they've set up a little Army Air Force memorial here. '75th Ranger in the U.S. Air Force. Dedications to members of the armed forces. Be thankful there's no smell-o-vision because heavy salt water does not smell well. This memorial is in remembrance of the soldiers of the U.S. Army and the U.S. Air Force Special Operations Command who died in the service of this great nation on October 29, 1992, approximately 9:15 p.m. May we remind each other that these men who died doing what they loved best will not fade away. We will remember them, we will honor them, but we will pray for them forever. And a little bit more information on those men. What a great way to start checking out one of Utah's great landmarks.
All that is not snow, it's salt. So would you like that drive?
First stop is going to be a hidden ranch, as they called it, with 133 years of ranching history.
So we're going to leash up the dogs and you can come walk around with us. Hopefully we didn't get you sick on that drive though.
Unfortunately, it looks like all the Tatankas that were sleeping are hiding up in the middle of the island where we can't drive.
Don't worry, we're still keeping our eye out for them though. Ready to go? Guess what?
What?
I found the Tatankas.
Where are the Tatankas? Oh yeah, there they are.
You see them?
I see them. Is that much of a zoom in?
Yep.
Maybe a little later we can walk a little closer. Okay, so Fielding-Gar Ranch was first settled in 1848 and represents 133 years of Western ranching history. While exploring the ranch, we will see its colorful past, discover that many periods of histories are represented here. Evidence can be found from the earliest pioneers to the fully modernized 20th century house.
Serious. The toilet.
That's bigger than our bathroom. Well, it's also a wash area too. You got the wash tub and so now this is the kitchen. During the summer, the ranch foreman had about 15 to 20 ranch hands they had to keep fed. So the foreman's family lived in the house, and it was the wife's job to prepare 3 hearty meals a day to keep everybody fed.
Are you having fun, Cookie? Foxy? You having fun?
Now they say dogs are very sensitive to paranormal, so these guys might be sensitive, right? Residents here every dog. Now here in the dining room is where all the workers squeezed into at 6 a.m. for breakfast, and they'd work until lunch at 12, had a short break, and then went back to work until 5. After dinner, if there was still work to do, they'd stay out till dark to get everything done.
Look at, they found layers of wallpaper.
Looks like it used to be a cute.
You're fine.
He does not like hardwood floors. Now, the living room is the oldest part of the house. It was built in 1848. The kitchen you saw was added in 1880s, and that bathroom wasn't added until 1940s. Hey, check it out. Check it out.
I know, that's my next question.
They have a picture of us in their house.
You guys struggling today? No?
Now, this underground cellar was used as a pantry for all the foods the foreman's wife needed to fix the meals. There were a lot of canned goods and preserved foods held down here.
Is this your underground bunker?
Not deep enough. This is actually called the Spring House, and it was the first refrigerator on Antelope Island. Power wasn't available until 1950s, so water evaporating in this room kept it cool enough to store the milk and the cheese. So we saw that the ranch foreman and his family lived in the ranch house. Now, where do all those other guys live? Well, half of them lived here in the bunkhouse. The other half lived in a room next to the blacksmith shop. As you can tell, space was tight and privacy was non-existent. So you definitely got to know your neighbors extremely well. They say don't touch anything and then they leave that thing closed. It makes you just want to lift it open.
Don't do it.
Don't do it!
Okay, come on.
So as we walk around, I'm sure you've noticed there's a lot of the original trucks and tractors and wagons on display, and other things that would have been used on the ranch over its 133 years. Other tools show what was needed to keep the ranch going.
Children of the corn.
Ooh. Hey, we got a little entry here. Let's try something.
Hi!
Oh, you can actually look inside over here. I thought I was being sneaky, and look.
What's in there, Foxy?
I thought I was gonna get in there and see something.
What's in there? Cookie, come over here. Good day, Foxy. Up. Good day, up.
So it's common knowledge that silos were used to store grains such as wheat. After the silos were filled, the remainder of the wheat was sold in Salt Lake City. And before the use of an auger, a box pulley system was used to fill the larger silos.
So they would empty it here as it goes down.
Well, that's where they'd empty it or fill it, and each time they go up to get to the next level.
Then they emptied it the same way.
Yep, after each section of the silo was filled, the door was closed, the platform was raised to the next section to be filled.
Sweet.
Now, rather than grain, they have a bunch of barn owls that live in there.
Pigeons or seagulls.
Or whoever can get in there.
Foxy, good day. What do you see? Up.
No, don't put them in there. We won't get them out.
What do you see? Is that monkeys? Okay, let's go.
You give it a chance, she'd jump in there. Now, this entire farm has corrals large enough to hold 1,000 head of cattle or 10,000 heads of sheep. Throughout, you're going to notice the different buildings and materials used as the corrals were expanded. Now, that's a sample of the auger that was used to transport the grains into the silo. The auger has a corkscrew and it turns, the wheat is drawn up to the top and emptied into the opening.
Old. Looks like one of those mall display parts.
Could be. But here's some samples of some of the equipment used, tools, things that they had back then. Now, this barn was built in the 1920s, and it was a gigantic step for the ranch. With the shears operated by engines, workers could shear a sheep in a few minutes instead of a half an hour. Something tells me that that's not exactly old either.
Let's go this way.
Let's see. Oh, wow. Still operational after all these years. So this is how they used to work on the old farm equipment when they don't have pneumatic jacks or lifts like they used to. It's kind of obvious how it works. They drive it right up here, and then they can get underneath and work on transmissions or wagon spokes. Well, this one you pretty much get under on your own. I would say these are roping trainers, where ranch hands would practice their lariat skills with the rope.
I found our next trailer.
Oh, cool. We've been looking for a place. There we go. This is all we need.
Okay, let's go.
I don't know about the aluminum being traditional, but I can see where this is probably a typical covered wagon as they moved out this way. This one even has its own wood-burning stove, as well as a queen-size bed, a lot of storage spots. Welcome to the blacksmith shop.
You want to get nailed? There's big ones and little ones.
Something tells me these might be not
Even
originals,
little ones.
but any of the iron stuff they needed, they made.
Sharpen your knife.
Yep. Probably go ahead about horseshoes. That's what fascinates me. I don't know if I'd survive back then, but how they did is incredible to me. But they did what they had to do.
We didn't know today's stuff, so they don't have anything to compare it to.
Couldn't just jump on YouTube and do a DIY video to see how to make these. Oh look, this is,
What kind of dogs?
Border Collie Australian Shepherds.
so this is the same as the one that was in the barn.
From the same.
Oh, and check it out. This one actually works too.
The mom was like, no.
Yeah, this is the kind of dog I want.
The mom was just like this. Border Collie and the dad was
Are
was
they a breeder?
no, we got them from a rescue.
Oh, they're so
They're
cute.
like 6, almost 6
So-
years old.
These guys get more attention than we do.
They both are.
They're brother and sister.
Okay.
Because they're from the same exact
So this
litter.
one looks more border collie and this one looks more Australian.
So this is as close as I can get or dare to get. But Tatanka! It's one of the final refuge buffalo, bison have. They just get to wander where they want to. I'm quite a ways away, so if they look this big, this far away, then you can imagine how massive they are. There's some up on the base of the mountain over there. So, that takes care of part one of Antelope Island. Step back into history. What'd you think?
We didn't find any antelope yet.
No antelopes. I don't think we're going to find any. Well, I didn't sense any remaining visitors. Did you? Any ghosts? But anyways, stay tuned. We'll show you in the continuing visit of Antelope Island Part 2.
Rock on from
Sunday!
Flirty.
And a little bit dirty.
After this. Bye.
Bye-bye.